So I was originally going to upload this video like immediately after I made it, day one of chapter 6, but new information came out, so I decided to remake the video rather than just post the video very late because, yeah. Anyways, it's about first person and the new guns of chapter 6. Basically, I was hoping for new first person animations, but we only technically got 3 of them. However, there is more, and actually good news that has come out of this, and it was a bit of a surprise, but they did change some information, so I feel like actually that's like a little bit more believable now that they'd have it done and ready. But let's get right into the video. First off, we have the twin fire auto shotgun, which this reuses the animations of the frenzy auto shotgun. There's a lot of guns that will reuse the animation of older guns, and this one technically has a first person animation. It's probably the third person animation, just like not removed from view, which by the way, kicks aren't compatible in first person mode, which is really weird. But anyway, anyways, since it does that, the frenzy auto is a open bolt gun. This is a closed bolt gun. If I drop it, you can see that it in fact has the bolt properly in place with the charging handle. And if I were to, oh, hold on, wait. If I were to equip it, you can see that the bolt is now forward. And it's clipping through the gun, the charging handle is. Also, it looks like a smiley face. That's kind of funny. But yeah, there's the animation. And this one very much has a tenant animation. By the way, I don't know what they have against shotguns. Sometimes they break them in the first person mode. Yeah, these aren't it. But this, on the other hand, which by the way I want to point out, it looks like an MP9 or a TMP, either or, because like any like T-shaped charging handle SMG that has a pistol grip magwell, but it also has like an SR3 Vickr handguard or AS Valley handguard. It's kind of weird, but like whatever. It's Fortnite. This is the best animation out of all of them, even though it's like a really wrong animation because it's not at all how the third person animation looks and the bolt doesn't move. But this is a temp animation, so like I can't give it shit. It's literally a temp animation. It's there to be a temp. However, this reuses the Nemesis AR's animation and even like I believe bullet count, as well as this uses the Striker AR, the Scars bullet count such. So yeah, don't have it in first person obviously, but in third person does. At least the bolt locks back for this though. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, you can see it move forward because, you know, that's how it would be when you hit the bolt release, which this has like a suggestion of a bolt release at the very least. That could be it, and the mag release might be that little tiny button right there. So I mean, yeah. Also misaligned sights, but a lot of these weapons will have misaligned sights, and especially now because they're testing a new rigging, and evidence of that would be aiming in, especially any red dot gun and scoped gun, because that's not how it used to look. And this is way farther away than when you normally do it in third person. Like if you go hop into BR right now and grab this weapon, or creative and grab this weapon without using the first person camera, this would be way close to your face. I prefer that when aiming in at the very least, but like when you are in fact just holding it hip fire, I would not mind seeing more of my gun because that's what I really want. Only for pistols, I want your like just to aim farther away because that's generally how it is, and also shotguns as well. But meanwhile, let's talk about this gun really quick before I go into the whole new rigging thing. Because yeah, you look backwards at this gun, and the magazine spins, which is god awful. That's the only thing I hate about this gun because it looks like it actually could probably work if you just stuck a PP19 Bazon magazine on a P90 and made the P90 like an actual gun as opposed to a bullpup. Yeah. I don't know why the magazine doesn't glow in rarity because it's a unique magazine. I don't think they'd make a quick eject version, and the iron sights are very well clearly like separate from the model because they have a separate glow to them in the rarity shine. Because all these weapons definitely were supposed to be moddable. It just cut them out last second. Like, seriously? You're telling me that you're going to drop something that you've been working on since chapter 1 just because you poorly executed it and then don't want to properly execute it? Kind of wild, to be very honest with you. Like, however, they're also doing a new sprint animation, and this also evidence more mod because when I sprint with this, you can see it, and the mods just disappear. The suppressor and the red dot. For this one, the iron sights disappear, and the magazine disappears as well. Because I believe maybe they thought of potentially adding a quick eject version of this magazine, but it's like, it's a special gun. Generally, when they add like guns with special magazines, they don't make them moddable at all. Mostly just two magazine guns. But I grabbed more guns from this wall just to show you. I need to grab a fresh deagle to show you that this is bugged. It still has the Picatinny rail, and it's way closer to your face, but you can fix it if you add a optic and remove it. So actually, you know, I'll just show it to you instead of like just telling you. Yeah, I fucks with this. This looks good. I really prefer this over what they originally had. However, when you take an optic on it, especially the scope, this is how it looks. I know this is a bug because it does it with this too, but like I really hope they do fix it to where when you have a pistol, it's farther away from your face, because that's generally how you would use a pistol with a scope on it, or really any optic. Because when I have a red dot on this, like just pay attention to my hand, how you can see like the end of the glove on the backhand. And if I remove this optic, now you can't see it. It's way closer to my face. Like, yeah. When you have iron sights, you'd be closer, and when you have an optic, you'd be farther away, because for one, the red dot would help you quickly acquire a target, and with the scope, you'd just get punched in the face if you were to actually properly use it. However, for rifles, they can revert back to how they used to look, because, I mean, maybe they're just doing it because uh, switching from first person to basically third person, switching it back to first person would be kind of a weird janky thing, because that's how they first initially had it, but like, it didn't look like there was anything wrong with it. But I guess like they just want to make it more smoother and more streamlined. So, I mean, hey, nothing, no problems with making something better. I'm not complaining about it. I just do wish that they do fix this quickly before they drop it for December 11th, which by the way was originally December 6th, which is why I needed to remake this video, because December 11th is the new one, which is more believable for them to actually probably fix it at that time, because this is definitely a bug. I just really hope that they don't keep it farther away from you, because for rifles and anything with stock, generally you would be closer to like your sights and optics as opposed to when you have a pistol, especially a deagle with a scope on it. But you know, also all old animations are removed, because this is what makes me feel like this is a new rigging rather than like a whole new FOV or something, because we'd still have the reloads. Either it's bugged or we'd still have the reloads. Like, it's one of the two, you know? This is still the worst offender, though, for, whatever the fuck, because that's way too close to the screen. I get that it's like, you know, a lever gat, and you hold it via, like, the hip, but, like, come on. However, the final two things is I fucks with these, especially the shotgun, because, again, I want my eyes closer to the iron sights when I zoom in. This is fine. Third person, like, well, not third person. When hip firing, holding from the hip, quote unquote, because your character is just not aiming in. You're still holding it from the shoulder. You're not really hip firing whenever you do this. Games just generalize the term. But yeah, when you're holding it like without aiming it, you know, just holding it, I fucks with that. The shotgun, I fucks with the aiming, not the SCAR so much. That's about it. Same with the MP5. So that's basically like just it. All of these guns haven't been touched up too much. Some guns have been ruined. Actually, there is something I forgot. Whenever you have like a scope with well, not a scope, when you have an optic on an old gun, how they used to do it, I feel like they have a drawing, an outline of where it will be when they add a optic, when they add a view model to it. because this is how it, like, this gun turned out. It's broken now because of the new rigging, but like, they're gonna try to do this now with probably all these old guns that have optics on them, which is gonna be cool. How does this turn out, actually? Very interesting. So, yeah. Like, it's gonna be really cool whenever they actually, like, get this working, because some of these guns, are going to look really cool with view models. So that's basically, this is the actual, like, end of the video now. Quick little interjection, the whole entire optic thing is just a theory, because this could probably be just as much of a bug as this is. But, I mean, they took these two guns for no reason and gave them view models. So, like, maybe they're working on getting old guns with view models to make it look cooler for first-person mode, or just because, why not? But also, I understand why doing so. So, you know, yeah. Also, this still uses the old icon for the suppressed rifle, which is kind of weird. Because when you drop it, it's the new model of the bolt that they didn't texture at all to look like the old suppressed rifle, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, small information aside, and also correction to make sure that this, isn't like something to get hyped over about, that all these weapons will get view models, because I don't know if they are going to get view models. I just hope they do, because this could probably just be a bug. But again, this one and this one now have view models, so I'm not putting it under the table, but it's just a theory that I have. Because seeing this on like 90% of the guns is just dumb, and the Twin Mag AR is the only one that actually has like the optic properly modeled as a JPEG, and also, by the way, it has a Picatinny rail like a little bit on it, for whatever reason. Even though this uses the exact same optic as this, they decided to make a whole different optic for that, instead of actually making it look like you're aiming in the proper optic. Yeah. But that's about it, basically. Again, just making sure that this isn't quoted as an actual live thing that's happening, just a theory that I have, because it just looks like they're doing that. This looks like an outline for if it has a view model. That's basically it.